Ooh, do I get more cutscenes? Yo, I wasn't just born all old and shit in the darkness.
Here.
There, everywhere?
Here. Feel.
Oh shit. That's never good.
Hear. Feel. Think.
Oh yeah, don't tease me. I know you're not gonna turn me loose at level 1 with gear looking like that. Get him. Oi! Use space to toggle functionality. The following can be used to adjust speed in unvoiced cutscenes. Left, right directional pad, tab. No, I don't want auto advance. I want to click on it. I just naturally hit the spacebar. You alright, lad? You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the aether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Sounds delightful. Yeah, where's my drink? After the dream I just had, I could use it. Moogles! Feeling better, Koopa? Ah, you can see us. I had a feeling you could, Koopa. We're Moogles and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Koopa. Well, of course I'm special. I'm the one playing the game. And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late, lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Koopa? No, just weird dreams. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Koopa. But the question is, could everyone else see the bottle of booze being swilled by the Moogle? Obviously not. Gridania is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't care for conversation, see? Bradmont's my name, and Pedalin's my trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you are one of them adventurers, Emma Wall. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean, ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Why did you become an adventurer? To gain power, to win glory, to amass fortune? I mean... I wanted to help people. Why is there no straight up good guy option here? Because power's selfish, glory's selfish, a fortune's selfish, and not answering is just being a dick. I mean, yeah, we're gonna, power. Sure. I want to be a dragoon. That's powerful. Power! As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Gridania's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a bow, a polearm, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Does that mean I can multi-class? Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further. What's this then? Ah! Oh, what's going on? A skirmish has broken out up ahead with the XIV? For your own safety, you must remain here until... Ain't remaining nowhere. I'm gonna help fight. They're coming after us. They're right there. Bloody hells. We should hold them here. Try to break clear. Oh, that's the XIV. Let me at them. They're like kobolds. Really? I'm just gonna sit on the damn wagon? That's a bunch of crap. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the XIV to send us a welcoming party though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? It is. Well then let this journey tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in and gave the Ixal unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Is it just me or does he sound like Orin? Ah, here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Absolutely. I plan on it.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
You there, yes, you! What did I do now? Oh. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Bretonot, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Another green adventurer, I presume? I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Well, you can. That's called natural selection. Before you rush off and begin persisting every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mewin within, and she will take you in hand. Well, well, what have we here? Not Sandy Claus. Nor are you really scared. A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Your assumption would be correct. Welcome, Mewin's my name, or Mother Mewin, as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? but I am curious if there's going to be it's just this guild, or if there's going to be a larger overlying quest. I'm sure there is. To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The XIV and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the Calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamund and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Sincerely, a square malm of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked their life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Valkith Underi. And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Thanks! Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another God's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seed Seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? Snarky, aren't you? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to console you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, Given a catalog of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Miowen to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Game. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte? This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Lancers Guild. There is no better place to learn the art of the polearm. Speak with Jillian, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsimon Tret and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a match not long ago. You have your tasks, Falkith. May Nofika guide your path. Ah, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to offer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. Yeah, but when do I get my spear dirty? My lance, sorry. Here, I also suggest you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. How? Welcome to the Lancers Guild. I see you brought your own spear. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twelveswood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. The spear technique could be formalized at all owed much to the founding. Why does that sentence sound so weird? To the founding of the Lancers Guild by Wood Whaler Captain Mistal nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you've a will to enlist, speak with me again, and we can begin the enrollment procedures. I am attuning. I am attuned. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Miowen's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nissia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Return learn. You attune with the aetherite, you are now able to use the return spell. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsimon-Tret, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Miowen's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smell that eel pie of yours a malm away. Hand it over. Here you go. That flaky crust. Just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood stalls directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions or paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by wildly traveled Uldan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs, then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go peruse the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I am weary of talking unless you have another eel pie. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little tasks, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Falkith. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. You visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there. I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Hello, Galfred. Greetings, Falketh Underi. Meowin sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruit. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelveswood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Falketh. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Falketh. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral era, many of the Twelveswood's creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection.